Dancing is their whole world, Janette Manrara Aljaz Skorjanec will tell you, with little or no prompting. Well, it was, and then that world was turned upside down. Lyra Rose, a child they were beginning to think might never bless their marriage, was born in July and life hasn't been the same since. She was delivered by Caesarean section because of Janette's petite frame. I'm so small and Aljaz is 6'4", so I was advised that I might struggle if the baby turned out to be large. In the event, Lyra weighed in at a healthy and fairly average 7 pounds 7 ounces. It was the best day, says her adoring mum. We were both so happy. We had music playing in the delivery room and we were singing along. She was born to the song, Little Bitty Pretty One. And she turns out to be a good, She's a sleeper, often for 5 or 6 hours at night, and then either parent will get up to feed her by bottle. Because I had to get back to hosting It Takes Two, Strictly's weekday spin-off show, it made sense for me to bottle feed her as I'm away from home for a couple of days each week. We were lucky she took to the bottle from day one. When Lyra was 6 weeks old, Cuban-American dancer Janette, 39, began doing gentle exercises. Looking at her now, you'd never guess she'd given birth 3 months ago. I'm working with 2 women. One of them specializes in postpartum training for athletes, the other in pelvic floor recovery. My skin has tightened up pretty quickly, and the scars are already fading. Just as well because she and Aljaz are about to embark on a 17-gig UK tour, dancing in a winter wonderland, kicking off next week. We're joined by Aljaz, 33, complete with a wraparound smile. We waited so long for Lyra, he beams. Now we have her and it's the best feeling in the world. After failing to conceive, the couple were days away from going for Janette's first IVF injections. She'd already started on a course of pills, when she fell pregnant naturally. He's certainly taken to daddy duties, as he calls them. I love looking after her. I'm at home the whole time now, so when Janette is in London for It Takes Two, it's all down to me. I'm really enjoying the fact I can be there with her full time for the first months of her life. Fatherhood doesn't faze him. It's pretty straightforward. She'll cry if she's hungry or needs changing or is ready for a sleep. And I'm there for her. I've got it, nappy changing, down to 1 minute, a Formula I pit stop. For the first years of their relationship and subsequent marriage, in 2017, Aljaz and Janette lived in North London. Today, they are talking via Zoom from their new home near Wilmslow in Cheshire. So why move north? I partnered with Gemma Atkinson on Strictly in 2017 and she was based in Manchester where she presents a breakfast radio show, explains Aljaz. I got to know the area and the countryside around it and I liked what I saw, particularly the south side of the city. It was so green. It reminded me of my home in Slovenia. Gemma and I got to the final of Strictly, so we were rehearsing in Manchester for the full run of the show. And the local people were so friendly. It made me think I'd like to live there one day. When we wanted to start a family, we went to look at properties around Wilmslow and fell in love with the house where we now live. But how does that work with Janette's TV commitments in London at the moment? I don't present It Takes Two every day, she explains. I share the role with Fleur East, who I got to know really well on the live Strictly tour last year. She's terrific, she gets a 10 from me. As for travel, the trains are pretty good. It takes me just under 2 hours to get from Wilmslow to London's Euston. When we lived in North London, it could take a good hour and a half in the car to drive to the rehearsal rooms in Fulham. What about Aljaz? Hand on heart, is he missing dancing? Not as much as I thought I would, he says. Anyone who's looking after a baby will know that it's a 24/7 commitment. You have to be very disciplined, and very efficient. But yes, I do miss performing. I do miss what I love doing the most. I have to be honest, though, what I've loved doing the most every day since the end of July is being a dad. He's had a little help from his mother, Natasha, over from Slovenia for a couple of visits, and Janette's Cuban mum, Marisa, flying in from Miami. Become an Express Premium member. Support fearless journalism. Read the Daily Express online. Advert-free. Get super fast page loading. Start 30-day free trial for the 3 weeks of rehearsals. It's been all change as the family recently decamped to an Airbnb in London. Aljaz's sister, Lyra, helped out the first week, followed by Natasha last week, and now Marisa, who will also accompany them on the tour. Aljaz, meanwhile, makes no secret of the fact that he can't wait for baby number 2, something about which Janette, unsurprisingly, has a view. We definitely want Lyra to have a sibling, she says. We both come from close families and we'd like that for her. But, because of my C-section, I've got to wait until I've fully recovered before I fall pregnant again. This was major abdominal surgery. So, when would she like that to be? Yesterday, says Aljaz, unable to resist butting in. Traditionally, the couple would alternate Christmas in Slovenia one year, and Miami the next. Lyra's arrival has changed all that. We're staying home this year. But, because we love Christmas, we decided on a tour celebrating our favorite time of the year. It's a brand new show featuring what Janette describes as everybody's favorite music. Accompanying them on stage will be 8 dancers, 4 male, 4 female, and 2 singers. What are her personal highlights? An instrumental section featuring the music from Edward Scissorhands, So Beautiful to Dance To. By contrast, there's a megamix of all the best seasonal tunes, ending with Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas, She Smiles. There's a little bit of everything. I even get to sing Santa Baby. And there's loads of new content, including a whole New York City session, from Frank Sinatra to jazz tunes, that we didn't have in last year's show. She will barely have time to digest her Christmas pud before she sets out on the road as the host of the Strictly 2024 tour, a mix of celebs and professional dancers. It kicks off with 5 shows in Birmingham from January 19th. By then, of course, this year's winner of Strictly will have held the much-prized glitterball aloft. So, who's it going to be? I honestly don't know, admits Janette. This year, more than most, it could be anyone. Leighton and Nikita have been strong from the get-go. Angela Scanlon and Carlos Gu have surprised everyone. Nigel Harman and Katja Jones opened the series with an amazing paso doble. I think we've got more to come from them. Who else? I never thought I'd say this, but Angela Rippon, at 79, is a front-runner with Kai Widrington. And don't discount Ellie Leach and Vito Coppola. Their jive blew me away. I think she may turn out to be the dark horse of this contest. Aljaz adds, whoever is the cleverest at interpreting their dances as the competition progresses. The longer it goes on, the individual dances become more important than the popularity of the celebrities. And any of the people Janette has mentioned are capable of pulling it out of the bag. Finally, if Lyra turns around in 10 years' time and says she wants to go to dance school, what will be her parents' reaction? Absolutely, says Janette. Look at the life dance has given us. We're both big believers in following your dreams. Aljaz says, but, if she says she wants to be a doctor, that would be good, too. Janette agrees. You don't work a day in your life if you're doing something you love. Aljaz and Janette's Christmas tour starts next week in Portsmouth. See Dancing in a Winter Wonderland. .com for more information.